Ever
Let's see what
since
this
I
guy says.
reverted to Islam, I've gotten so much support from Muslims, and it's amazing. Alhamdulillah, the Muslims have been so supportive. But all of a sudden, Christians, everything that I see and associate with them is full of hate. On every single one of my social media platforms, they're always hating. They're not even spreading love. And I started to do a deep dive. I started to look into this. If you go online and you look up any Islamic influencer, go watch their videos and you'll just see Christians hating, hating, hating. Then go look up a Christian influencer. You don't see any hate comments from people who are Muslims. And that was very interesting to me because I was like, why is that? Why is
This guy isn't being all truthful because there's bad comments from Christians and Muslims in Christian and Muslim videos. I have seen it myself. So his experience is subjective, and also proves that he is not really being objective in the matter. Also, remember that Muslims rejoice in the death of the Quran burner, which proves that, I mean, if this guy hate Christianity because of some mean comments some Christians made, I guess he must pretty much love those comments of Muslims celebrating the death of Momika in Sweden, who recently died. Well, all Muslims are cheering on that. All right, let's see what more he says. This reasonable guy.
one religion hating on the other so much and the other religions not hating at all? And it bothered me.
Not okay. Listen, in mosques, people are taught to hate other religions. This is a fact. Okay, this is why also many Muslims are commanded to not be friends with Christians. So it's not really true what this guy is saying. The fact is that both people can hate on each other. It doesn't make one of them true or not. All right. Even if Islam was the most peaceful religion in the world, it still wouldn't be true if the facts are wrong, right? It would also mean what you define by peace. As I said earlier, Muslims are just recently celebrating the death of one man because he burned the Quran. Christians wouldn't do that; they would actually pray for him. For me, that sounds more peaceful. But maybe this guy has a different opinion. Let's see what more he says.
It bothered me a lot because it's such a bad example for religion. Like, I think anytime I do, every once in a while I'll see a Muslim comment something and say something rude. It's like, you're representing our entire religion. If someone doesn't know anything about Islam and they see a Muslim comment something bad, they're gonna go, oh, that's how all Muslims are. And that's what's happening with Christianity. I never really had a problem with Christianity. I have friends who are Christian.
That's not true. As I said recently, Muslims support each other in celebrating the death of one man because he attacked physically the Quran. What does that tell you? That's what Moise says.
I've met so many great Christians, but as soon as I chose to be public about me being a Muslim, it was like the whole thing changed. My comment section on Instagram is people saying, I worship, a pedophile. I'm gonna burn in hell forever. I deserve to die. It doesn't really make any sense, right? There's a total difference in my mind if you comment and go, hey, I totally think you're wrong. I hope that Jesus finds you. Astaghfirullah, right? But that's totally different.
Now, this guy has a different experience than the other ex-Muslim named Don't Convert to Islam in YouTube. He's a Unitarian now. He left Islam, and guess what? All the Muslims came with death threats to him. And while the Christians, when he left Christianity, they were all saying, I'll pray for you, we'll pray for you, all these things. So yeah, this guy's experience is different from other ex-Muslims' experience. This guy left Christianity. He received some bad comments. The other guy left Islam, and he received a bunch of death threats. What does that tell you? When I repeat, Muslims recently celebrated the death of Momika because of burning the Quran. Let's see what he says.
If they said that. I got a message the other day from a brother, and he was giving me some advice on something I posted was slightly wrong. And he didn't go and get on me. He's like, hey, respectfully this. And he mapped it out for me. He told me it. And it's that's what we should be doing as all religions. And I feel Muslims do a great example of that. But Christians, No. It doesn't make any sense. Like, does anybody get it? It's like, where
Christians today are watered down. They are more driven by ego, the majority of them, you know. That's not good. That's why we should read the Bible and follow it, and not simply just attack people because we identify as Christians and have a us versus them mentality. That's not good, and it's definitely not a way to go. And everyone can be like this, You can see this in every religion, and some more than others. But the point is that those Christians that are following God, they are different than what this guy is saying. But Jesus has said anyways to follow the road that not many people walk on, because that's the road of life. So if this guy is judging the majority, he's just proving Jesus right and Christianity true, because many are those that follow bad ways, and the few are those that don't, and they are in his experience. So let's see what more happens.
where does the hate come from? I know in the Quran it says that they're not blind in the eyes, they're blind in the heart and the ears. Or no, they're not blind in the ears and the eyes, they're blind in the heart. I believe that's what it is. So I get sometimes it's just ignorance. But it makes me think and it makes me feel bad for these people. Because what do they have to be going through in their life?
It's good he feels bad for them, because that's exactly what Jesus felt on the cross when they were mocking him and ridiculing him, saying, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do." And also Stephen in the book of Acts, chapter 7, he says, when he was being stoned to death, he called out, "Lord, do not hold this sin against them." So yes, they also feel bad for them. Okay, Muhammad, on the other hand, when he was dying, rather than pray for his enemies, he rather said, "May Allah curse the Jews and the Christians because they don't build places of worship in the tombs of the prophets." Something like this. It's a big difference. So this guy is following more Christ now than Muhammad, at least. Right, but let's see what more he says.
To feel the need to put so much negativity on somebody else. Example being, you're scrolling on your phone. What has to be in your mind for you to stop and want to write a paragraph about how bad of a person someone is that you don't even know, strictly because they have a different religious belief than you? Blows my mind. Caveat, guys, this isn't like oh, woe is me, people are hating on me. It doesn't bother me at all. Hate comments don't bother me at all. It just makes me sad for those people.
This guy seems to be have a good heart. Respect to him for that. But at the same time, until now, he hasn't really provided any argument against Christianity. It's more Christians. And trust me, I wouldn't be Christian either if it would be for Christians. I'm a Christian because of Christ. God bless you all. Stay safe. And let's see what he says.
It makes me think that's not what Jesus did. That's not what Jesus did at all. Doesn't Jesus say, love thy neighbor? Do unto those as what you want done unto you? Isn't that from Jesus? Like, I don't understand it. And that's what turned me away from Christianity so much, was the fact that they have a religion that's amazing. If you take out the idol worship, it's very similar to Islam. And if you follow Christianity and you actually follow it, you'll be a great person. But what...
This is what I said. Wait, just a second, my cat is. As I proved, this guy is actually, criticizing the Christians, not Christianity as a whole. So this guy doesn't really hate Christianity. He hates Christians, or the majority of there's how they behave. And that's logical. Although you shouldn't hate, because that's in that form, because that's just takes a lot of energy. The point is that yes, Christianity is good, but Christians can be people and they can do mistakes, just like everyone else. I would like to use the quote Muslims use often: Christianity is perfect, Christians are not. All right, let's see what Moise says.
I tend to notice is so many people just aren't even following Christianity, which is sad, because America, where I grew up, was a Christian nation, and we were run by morals, and we had respect for each other, and that's gone. When I go to Saudi, when I go to the UAE, there's respect. When you shake someone's hand, there's respect. That doesn't exist in America anymore, because the religion that it was built on is no longer feared, it's no longer respected, and it no longer holds any weight, which kills me.
All right, this guy is actually being honest. That's really good. What he's saying is described in the Bible that in the last days the love of many will grow cold. All right, this just proves Christianity is true. All right, you guys can search it up. Jesus said this, and really, it's this guy is basically just disappointed that Christianity is not so popular anymore as it was before. Yes, bro, I agree. It's bad because Christianity is a really good religion, belief. At the same time, it's it's to be expected because it's written that in the last days many will leave the faith and will follow the teachings of demons. So we must expect this. That's why Jesus said that that few are called, but many are called, but few are chosen, and that few will be saved. Just like Noah entering the boat, only 8 people were saved. So yeah, I think I will stop this video here because if not, it will be too long. But I think this guy was honest and he just speaking his mind. But I think the point I got was that he doesn't hate Christianity; he hates Christians for not following Christianity. That's the image I'm getting. What do you guys think? God bless you all. Stay safe and have a good one. Okay, bye bye.